Alright folks, so you want a team to get you started in PvP? Well, here we go. Now I've taken my fair number of beatings in coming up with the team, so hopefully I've saved you some of the effort. And you're still going to come across players with the golden crowns next to their names and they're very, very strong teams, which we're going to struggle with, because they're very, very good. But against us lower ranked normies, you are in with a good shot. So, let's run through a team and let's show you how it works. First up, personal favourite, Diavola. If you've seen some of my videos before, you've seen I'm a big fan. Diavola is going to provide the team with shields and going to add weakness to the opposition. Everybody does a huge amount of damage, so any way we can reduce that, make ourselves more tanky, all helps. So we're taking the weakening shield out here on the right column and anything that associates with that. Similarly, we might look to buff, so we can add glory stacks that increase crit and take multi-glory and multi-weakness, which synergizes nicely with the buffs and the debuffs that we're going to make. And finally, over in the first column here, Scent of Blood down at the bottom of the tree. Monsters deal 10% more damage when attacking enemies with bleed stacks, and this is going to synergize well with the rest of our team. So Diavola is going to be casting shields, creating debuffs, adding buffs. Main role within the team, quite hard to kill as well. Diavola's shielding is based on their level of defense, so we are racking up the defense. Here we've got a hide, bracelet, medallion, and a large shield. Pretty straightforward. Same with food, we're going to rack up the defense. Peanuts away. Next up, Thanatos. Now Thanatos is an awesome buffer who can give us full offense with the mites and the sorceries. We've got multi-sorcery, multi-might. We're also taking the healing options, so he's going to be a healer within the party. We can also take Shadowgrass, which is going to rack up stacks of blind, which is going to be useful against the strong damage dealers on the enemy teams. And here this aura of bleed damage on enemies being increased by 40% is very handy, and synergizes as well with other monsters we have within the team. Equipment-wise, we're doing a lot of healing, we're going to want some magic, but we're also going to want to be fairly tanky. I'd like him to be more tanky, to be honest. So we're taking some strong defense items, bit of health, and items to improve magic. Restoring one's very useful, it improves our healing. Any healing skills also remove 2 debuffs, which is a very useful cleanse. You always need some kind of cleanse in your PvP. Next up, our mega damage dealer is Elder Gel. Now, Elder Gel we've taken as a dark shift, which means for every 75 mana spent, we're going to gain more charge stacks. So the longer this monster survives, the more charge stacks, and also the more age stacks it's going to build up. In this left-hand tree, we've got a whole host of items that can look at improving crits, and I've also looked at taking the skills which do a large number of hits. And the aim here is that we're going to cover a number of elements so that hopefully we can find a weakness within the enemy team and exploit that with either our Bubble Burst or with our Heat Shimmer. We're also taking multi-sorcery, so we can stack sorcery, we're going to stack the glory, we're going to stack the might, we're going to stack whatever we can on Elder Gel, and let Elder Gel do as much damage as we possibly can. They also have a host of skills which let you improve your defense and improve your attack based on your maximum mana. So when we come to build Elder Gel, we'll look at building up a host of extra mana. And as Elder Gel does a number of crits, we're looking at building up crit chance, crit damage, through Fang, through Fin, whilst adding health and defense again to try and keep us alive for as long as possible. Also, the Phoenix ability on the far right is fantastic and gives you a chance at an extra round with Elder Gel to do a bit more damage before they bite the dust. Next up is a Ratclick. A Ratclick? A Ratclick has a great opportunity for applying more blinds to the enemy team. So if you're going first and you can only get 2 monster turns off, it's quite a good idea just to hit all the enemies with stacks of blinds straight away, so that they either have to spend their turn cleansing those blinds away, or they're not going to do too much damage to you straight off the bat. And we're also coupling this with ability to do bleed, which is going to pair nicely with Thanatos, and then again look at exploiting different elemental damages. So here we're looking at Ice Bolt alongside Congeal. Ratclick's really going to add some nice debuffs to the team as well. So here we can add multi-chill, and through adding debuffs, it's also going to add a shield to itself through the Saboteur Shield. And again, another Phoenix affinity gives us probably another round of play with the Ratclick, similar to Elder Gel. Really racking up the magic with the Ratclick to improve the damage that can be output, and again, maintaining a reasonable level of defense so that damage reduction is quite sensible. Next up, big favorite in PvP is Sutsun, and this is for multiple reasons. So one, in the dark form, you're not going to lose any bleed stacks. When you land crits and you land crits on the enemy, you're going to keep bleed stacks, which is going to keep on working its way throughout the game, and it's going to increase your damage and the number of monsters you can kill. So we're going to take any skills that really improve that bleed, and also look at the side-kicking buff. Sidekick buffs are going to trigger additional hits, and this works really well. Perhaps you've lost Thanatos early, you want to put Sutsun in there. You can add sidekicks to Elder Gel, and you'll get a high level of damage, just like you would by stacking those multi-sorceries and multi-mites. Similar to swapping in and out with Thanatos, Sutsun has Mass Restore, which is going to remove debuffs from allies, but also it's going to add extra sidekicks, hopefully, to all the team when you heal them. Sutsun, we've sort of built for damage at the moment. Increasing the crit chance, increasing the number of bleeds that we can have. Probably would like a little bit more defense on there. 43% damage reduction is pretty low. An easy target, to be honest. If you get a few runs off with Sutsun, you can rack up the bleed damage and rack up some of the cleansers as well. It's brilliant. Finally, a monster that pairs quite well with the Ratclick, and that's Spectre. Spectre excels in dealing out crit damage and also dealing out debuffs. Again, they're going to apply shields every time they apply a debuff, but also they have the ability to apply burns, chills, and poisons, and by racking up those debuffs, it's really going to help the rest of the team. You're adding additional damage to the enemy. Again, we've picked up the single target damage skills with Spectre, so we're really going to try and focus down one enemy, hit them with all the debuffs, and hopefully kill them, wipe them off the board, get the next one in. So this team comes with a reasonable mix of weaknesses, reasonable mix of strengths. Hopefully it'll get you up and running in your PvP battles. It's by no means a world beater, still working on it, it's definitely a work in progress. Got some other ideas that I'd really like to try out. But in the meantime, guys, I hope you have fun with it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Feel free to tell me where you'd improve it as well. So guys, thank you very much for watching once again. Enjoy your Monster Sanctuary, and I'll catch you in a bit.